The white crane style at a specific level was all about the straight line principle. The shortest distance between 2 points is straight lines, a straight line. There's only one thing shorter, and that's a wormhole, which when you pull your opponent into you, closing the distance. Now, the straight line principle comes from white crane as far as Wing Chun is concerned. At Wing Chun's birth, it was infused with the straight line, the circle, and the triangle. 3 very important shapes, if you want to call a line a shape, I guess. The center line. So the white crane was all about the lines. Wing Chun got this. Now, all the creature teachers were masters of the line, but Wing Chun gets it from crane specifically, and snake. So snake gave way to many circles, just like the crane, but the circles of the snake made their way into Wing Chun. I'll explain what I mean. So in Wing Chun, you have Heung Sao, circling wrist block, where the wrist generally stays on the center. Even if you're moving, because the center shifts and you come back. Heung Sao, right? Maybe we do double Heung into Tanda, or double Heung into Pak Da. Who knows? Double Heung, Go Bong, whatever. But Heung Sao is coming from the wrist generally. Now in snake, the Heung Sao can come from the tip. You see the center, the fingers stay fixed in place as much as possible, or as close together. So instead of this, you have this, right? This type of motion. Now there's plenty of other circles in snake that are deeper and bigger, like this. This is still Heung Sao, circling wrist. This is the circle and the line, you see? Hook. Now, if you look at the line in the front, it's coming straight through. Tan Sao, piercing forward. White crane, different stance and longer. Or if it wants to, white crane, same stance. Toes in footwork. Much of that comes from crane. The other hand, hooks straight. All the way across. Hook. All right? Circle, line, the triangle. Another contribution, white crane footwork. Toes are in often, this, covering wings. White crane, side to side wing parry. Fuk Sao, controlling with the palm, another white crane technique. Chi Sao, opening and closing wings. Now, of course, the snake equally has contribution in Wing Chun in its own form. Bu, Tan Sao, piercing, attacking with the fingertips, low, high. Circling, running hands, heavy water weight. It goes on and on. Wing Chun is a combination of these older Shaolin-based styles compressed into an upright form, made to produce fighters for the battlefield quickly. The straight line is very effective. Now, the older creature teacher styles take much longer to learn, but by the time they're developed, they become really effective. So we have the line, the circle, the triangle, our bird-like footwork. You see this in the Bu-Ji form as well. You see it here. The crossing, the triangle, the pyramid. See the point right in the center. With a wider stance, you see it more with the toes in. The triangle. Now we also have the X. The X is another powerful technique that came cutting across the center. X marks the spot. Now this is an X motion. I'm just not doing the arms at the same time. I punch straight across. Now in this demo, the center is not really here, it's over here, okay? So it would look more like this from the front, but we're cutting the line. Maybe we're using Zhong Sao. Circle into the line across the X, swiveling on the triangle. Now the triangle in the footwork disappears when the toes open enough to shift left and right. Triangle is more acute here. It's still there because the toe on the front leg is slightly in and we're shifting on the heels. So the line, the circle, the triangle, and the X are the four major traits that I'm going to discuss today, or that I discussed today rather, that are much older, that contributed to the beautiful system we call Wing Chun. Now Wing Chun means beautiful springtime. However, the nun that taught Wing Chun, Ingmoy, we know was a historical, factual character. There's an argument over whether or not the girl Yin Wing Chun actually existed. It is often said it was just a ploy to throw off the Manchus, who were seeking out the rebels of Shaolin to finish them off. Who knows? But regardless, Wing Chun is a beautiful style. We appreciate you watching. If you found this video informative, click the like button. Even better, subscribe. Sifu Les Clements out.